Welcome to Gulf Compliance Solutions. Today we want to give you a little bit of an overview of the technology that's available to help you manage your client base. We've got a lot of really great alternatives for incarceration to help with rehabilitating your clients. We're a proud partner of Corasoft, who provides some of the technology to us, where Gulf Compliance brings all the customer service and support that you have come to rely on from us. We offer a continuum of products that are available so that clients can start at a most restrictive level and earn their way down to a least restrictive product, or they can earn their way up through non-compliance. And the great thing about all of these products is that it's available all on a single software platform. So you have one login, regardless of the device that your client might be using. You go into the same system to see all of the same data. So let's talk a little bit about what's available to them. On the lowest end of the spectrum is what we call the check-in app. It's an app that is downloaded to their personal phone. It allows them to check in for treatment appointments, for self-help meetings. If there's something in particular that you've ordered them to do, you can have them check in with photo verification so that you can identify that they have completed that process. There are questionnaires that can be linked to these check-ins. So if you are a specialty court and you want to check weekly or bi-weekly whether or not they've had any contact with law enforcement, whether they have had any cravings to use, anything that you would like to know and collect ahead of time before you see that client in the office. Or maybe that would flag that client so that you don't have to see them in the office if everything's going great for them. We can create custom questionnaires just for you, just for your clients. And you can get those in your Air mailbox, which is part of the dashboard and the software platform. And it all runs right from the client's cell phone. This is a little look at some of the check-ins that have gone on. You can see they're color-coded. Green means that I complied and I actually did my check-in, filled out my questionnaire, or submitted my photo or a photo of a location that I was at. The ones that have little red marks mean that I missed those check-ins. So at a glance, you can see, the client can see, oh gosh, I missed it. Or you on your dashboard on the software can see, oops, I've got some problems here. Somebody's missing their check-ins. At each check-in, you also get a GPS point. So you can tell where that person was and validate, any stories they may be telling you. So the check-in app is great for low-risk offenders, for monitoring, and it's available to you at a very low price point. We do agency pay models. We also do direct participant pay models with the apps. The next step up from the product is also an app, but it allows you to do all of the things I just described, including always-on GPS. It's called our Air Verify app. It is sort of an ankle bracelet in a phone. Now, it's not intended for serious offenders like an ankle bracelet would be used for, but it is very effective when you have a desire to monitor your client's whereabouts without the expense or the stigma of an ankle bracelet. So your low to moderate risk offenders who are relatively compliant are a good population for this. The only difference between Air Verify and the check-in app is that you do get a continuous GPS monitoring for those clients. It's downloaded every hour to the software. That can be customized a little bit. And that is one of the other differences between that product and the ankle bracelet. But it's a great tool, and that comes in less than $100 a month. So those of you that are familiar with ankle bracelets, where they run anywhere from $300 to $400 a month, it's a great alternative. If you've started somebody on an ankle bracelet and they've been compliant for a period of time, you want to reward that person, the Air Verify app might be a great way to do that for some of your populations. For those people who do not have a cell phone or who are turning off their GPS on their personal phone with the app, because they do have control of their personal phones, we offer a lockdown version that comes preloaded with the software, and they are not able to change any of the settings. So people who are not compliant with the GPS portion, the settings, that eliminates that problem. If you have a client who is not keeping up with their cell phone, because again, these are for low risk to moderate risk clients, we can tether the Air Mobile to the body with an Air Connect. All this is not a GPS bracelet. It's a Bluetooth device that actually tethers the phone to the body. So if they get too far apart between the ankle bracelet and the actual cell phone, the cell phone alerts them and the ankle bracelet vibrates to let them know that they've gone too far away from the phone. So for somebody who doesn't really need an ankle bracelet, maybe you don't need the GPS or the curfew monitoring, but you do need to keep track of them, the Air Connect and the Air Mobile might be an alternative for that. The traditional ankle bracelet is we use the Blue Tag device from Coresoft. You can do exclusion zones, home curfew, all of the types of things that you're used to seeing with an ankle bracelet. Those same things can be done with the Air Verify on a personal phone and on the Air Mobile. So you can still do exclusion zones, home curfew, all of that kind of stuff with the app for a lower moderate risk offender, and then with the ankle bracelet for those that are more at risk. So that's a quick overview of the different products that we have available to you. We'd love to talk to you in more detail about it.